CONvergence YouTube achievement unlocked.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to share something slightly different with you now. I've actually written a children's story based on the works of one of my favorite authors, H.P. Lovecraft. For those of you who might not be familiar with Lovecraft, he was a racist, effeminate Anglophile who wrote dense, morbid prose about terrible monsters, dead gods, and the ultimate futility of human existence. With this book, I want to make some of those ideas more accessible to 5-year-olds. So please, relax, imagine you're tucked up in your little beds, and enjoy my story, entitled, "The Thing That Should Not Be Under Your Bed." Page 1. There is a monster under your bed right now. It is going to kill you, and there is nothing you can do about it. Page 2. It's a very strange-looking monster. It has a big, scaly head, a long, slimy body covered in wings, tentacles, and thousands of beady little red eyes. The monster stands on 2 little heathen goat legs. And finally, the monster has a big, slobbering mouth, right where its vagina should be. A vagina with teeth is called a vagina dentata. This is a term you only learn if you go to college and get a useless liberal arts degree. And the only place to use a term like vagina dentata is in tasteless comedy shows. And it's usually too gross to get a laugh anyway. But you don't have to worry about that. You're not going to college because you are going to die. Tonight. Page 3. The monster has a very funny name. In order to pronounce it correctly, we have to talk the way Daddy does when he's drunk. The monster's name is... Let's all try to say that together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Page 4. Let's review some of the people in your neighborhood who can't help you. First, there's Mr. Policeman. If he doesn't immediately lose his mind just by looking at the monster, he might manage to fire off a couple of rounds from his tiny little revolver. That's about as helpful as taking a piss on a forest fire. Then there's Mr. Priest. He's totally useless. Now, Mr. Librarian, he's your best chance. He has access to an ancient tome called the Necronomicon. It tells you what to do in situations like this. But for some reason, Mr. Librarian is willing to check that book out to any yahoo with a library card and a photo ID. Which brings us to your daddy. Page 5. Your daddy is actually the reason the monster is under your bed in the first place. You see, your daddy is a cultist. Your daddy used to think that people who dress up in black robes, perform weird rituals, and worship dead gods were bad people. Then he realized that's a good description of Catholics. So what the hell, he thought, and joined the cult of Cthulhu. And before he knew it, he was spending every night out in the woods, buck naked, chanting in the obscene tongues of long-forgotten languages and sacrificing innocent little bunny rabbits. One after another. Yes, your daddy just couldn't kill enough cute, innocent little bunny rabbits. It was like Easter. An endless, bloody Easter of death. Page 6. The end. I know it seems sudden, but really, what more is left to be said? There's a monster under your bed and it is going to kill you. We've known all the important information since page 1, haven't we? And yet, you would like a moral to give a sense of conclusion to the story, wouldn't you? Well, too bad. Narrative structure is an artificial human creation to try to bring order and logic to a random and cruel world. And let's face it, there's nothing logical about what's going to happen to you. Because there exists in this world a thing that by all human standards of decency should not be, and it's under your bed right now. Good night. Sleep tight, and don't let the vagina dentata bite.